All right, today we're doing something a little different. We're not just going to talk about science, we're going to become it. Seriously, get ready to see the universe from a totally new perspective, because right now, we're starting our journey as a single, tiny particle of matter.
So, have you ever wondered what it's really like to be a single particle? I mean, forget those little dots you see in a textbook. Today, that's you. That's me. We are going on an incredible journey and we're starting our life, well, trapped inside a solid. You ready for this? Let's go.
So, this is where our story begins, in the cold, super rigid world of a solid. Just imagine it. We're locked into this perfect repeating pattern, what scientists call a crystal lattice. Think of it like being a tiny fragment of a diamond, or maybe a single point in a snowflake. Yeah, it's really orderly, but wow, it is incredibly restrictive. And that's the feeling, right? We're packed in here, literally shoulder to shoulder with all our neighbors. We can't go for a walk, can't even stretch our non-existent arms. The only thing we can do is just kind of shiver or vibrate right here in our fixed spot. The forces holding us together are so incredibly strong, it feels like we're glued in place. So, yeah, this is our life. A fixed pattern, a fixed amount of space. Our only real freedom is this constant little vibration. It's stable, for sure, but it's not exactly what you'd call exciting, right? This is our ordinary world. But before this big adventure can really kick off, we need to understand the rules of the game in this universe. And here's the cool thing. What's really interesting is that everything, I'm talking solids, liquids, and gases, is all governed by this one simple idea. It's called particle theory. Basically, all matter is made up of tiny particles, just like us. And here's the kicker. We are always in motion. Even right here, locked in a solid, we're still vibrating. So yeah, this theory, it's pretty much the rulebook for our entire journey.
Okay, so just when we think this is it, this is all life is going to be, something starts to change. This, my friends, is our call to adventure, and it all begins with just a little bit of heat.
At first, it's just a subtle shift. The vibrations, they're getting a little stronger. It's kind of like a deep hum is running through our whole structure, you know? The kind you feel right before a giant block of ice is about to crack. This warmth, it's actually energy, and it's being transferred directly to us. And it's making us, well, restless. Our quiet little shivering is turning into a full-on frantic dance. And as more and more of that heat energy floods in, our vibrations become so violent that we literally start pushing our neighbors away. We're taking up more space now. We shake and we rattle and we shake some more until snap. Just like that, those powerful forces that held us in that perfect, rigid pattern, they just aren't strong enough anymore. We break free. We are out of the crystal lattice. And just like that, everything is different. We've melted. Welcome everyone to the world of liquids. Now, this little chart here perfectly shows the change we've just gone through. I mean, just look at the difference. We're not in that fixed, orderly pattern anymore. We're still close to each other, sure, but the big thing is we can actually move. That super rigid structure has become more like a flowing, random crowd. This is absolutely incredible. We can tumble and slide right past our friends. Now, we're not totally free, let's be clear. There are still some weak forces keeping us close, kind of like a group of friends holding hands in a crowded place. But we can move together. We can flow and take the shape of whatever container is holding us. This freedom feels amazing. But guess what? Our journey is not over yet.
Because, you guessed it, the heat is still on. Even more energy is pouring in, and for those of us hanging out near the surface, we're starting to feel this pull, this temptation for an even greater kind of freedom. I mean, this energy is making us move so much faster now, bumping and jostling with incredible speed. And for those of us right at the surface of the liquid, there's this feeling, this sense that if we could just get one final push, we could break away from the group completely.
And then it happens. We get that final burst of energy. It's just enough to completely overcome those weak forces that were holding us to our neighbors. We literally launch off the surface, breaking free from the liquid and flying into the great wide open. We've done it. We've evaporated. Okay, now look at this transition from liquid to gas. The difference is just staggering. We're not close together anymore. We are way far apart. There are practically no forces holding us back at all. We are totally free to move anywhere, spreading out to fill any space we find. Now this is true freedom. But you know how it is.
Every great adventure has a return journey. After all this soaring through the air, we start to feel another change. The world around us is getting colder. Uh-oh, this is the road back. Suddenly, that frantic, high-speed flight, it starts to slow down. It's almost as if we're running out of fuel. All that intense heat energy that we had, well, it's now transferring away from us. And when we bump into a cold surface, think of a window pane on a chilly day, we just lose all our momentum. So, our journey back home happens in two main stages. First up is condensation. As we lose all that energy, we just can't stay so far apart anymore. So we start to gather back together, huddling up and forming a liquid drop. Then, as we lose even more energy, freezing begins. We start moving slower and slower until we have so little energy left we can't slide past each other at all. And then we lock back into place. And just like that, we find ourselves right back where we started, in that fixed crystalline pattern. We're tightly packed once again, just vibrating gently. We've come completely full circle, haven't we? From solid to liquid to gas and all the way back again. And the whole thing was driven by the simple transfer of heat energy. Wild. You know, this simple cycle of heating and cooling, it governs so much of our world. Our little journey today covered the 3 states of matter you see all the time. But it really makes you wonder, doesn't it? What else is out there? What about the really strange states of matter, like the plasma that makes up a star or those bizarre Bose-Einstein condensates you hear about? That perhaps is an adventure for another day. Thanks for coming along on this one.